We are the Wall Lake Western Tribe.
And state champ starts now.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughrazor.com for details. The Detroit Sports Commission, where champions are made and championships are played. Log on to DetroitSports.org. Our friends with the UAW and Chrysler. Warrior Sports, Cross the Line, and Pirani's Hockey World. 14 Michigan locations. Go to hockeyworld.com for info.
Welcome inside the State Champs studio on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. State Champs is presented by LTU. Possible is everything. I'm your host, Lauren Plant. No doubt, this is one of the wildest weekends of the winter. So many state championships happening. I'm so fired up, I lost my voice. But the show must go on, and what a show it is. We have got the boys and girls bowling state championships. We've got the competitive cheer state finals and the individual wrestling state finals from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Plus, Sean Belizean has our Final Four announcement in our Warrior Sports High School Hockey Player of the Year race. We've got boys basketball, girls basketball, and hockey highlights that start right now. Let's not dilly-dally. We begin with boys hoops, a Western Wayne Downriver League crossover matchup as Redford Thurston was at home to take on the Marauders from Gibraltar Carlson. Thurston, winners of 11 of 12 coming in. First quarter, the senior Markiel Thomas with the steal. He'll take it home. Eagles led 21-11 after the first. Carlson, 12-7 on the season. The senior Jarrett Atkinson works his way to the bucket. He finished the night with a team-high 21 points. But Thurston looked like a well-oiled machine. Karan Kennedy, the kick out to Brandon Marshall. He nails the three. Eagles go on to win 76-58. They finish the regular season with an impressive 17-2 record. Let's head to Detroit Renaissance High School for a Class A girls basketball district semifinal. Farmington Hills Mercy taking on the Blue Jays from Southfield. Mercy in maroon looking to make another run to the Breslin. First quarter, Sierra Wangler to Jordan Schluter. The junior hits the three. Marlins trail 13-11 after one. Southfield finished a strong regular season, 18-2 overall. In the second, the freshman Delana Hoffman, the fake, and the jumper. Blue Jays down a digit, 23-22 at halftime. Mercy showed none in the second half. Wangler with a nice bounce pass to the junior Zora Pullen for the bunny. Then, the Oakland U recruit Taylor Jones, the no-look to Wangler, who buries it. Mercy advanced, beating Southfield 55-43. Let's head west now to Ryan Terpstra.
Thanks, Lauren. In West Michigan, we had a really nice matchup in the Class A district semifinal between Grand Rapids Christian and Byron Center. Let's go straight to the fourth quarter because this one came down to the wire. Byron Center with it. The freshman, Ellie Dykstra, driving, reversing, and the foul. Bulldogs are up by 3. Minutes later, the game swings back into Christian's favor. Ashley Duncan gives it up to Courtney Derlew. Right back to Duncan, who nails it from downtown. And now the Eagles are up by 3. Closing seconds of the contest, Christian trying to protect a 1-point lead. And the ball is stolen by Savannah Elzinga, the senior, going the other way with it. Layup, bucket, and 1. She scored 5 points in the final 20 seconds of this game, propelling Byron Center to a 48-44 district win over Grand Rapids Christian. We finished things up on the ice with a little pre-regional hockey action between Holland West Ottawa and Granville. First period, Granville gaining possession of the puck. Jake Baum almost centers it, waits, and then finds his co-captain Mitchell Parsons for the goal. Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead. Parsons would record a hat trick in this one. And that was because a 5-minute non-expiring boarding penalty allowed Granville to score 4 goals during the man advantage. Gianni Vitale, with some sweet moves 1-on-3, deposits it in the back of the net, and the Bulldogs are rolling. Second period, it's just a matter of getting everyone involved. Vitale on the break, 2-on-1, feeds Brandon Rosema for the backhand, and Granville moving on, thanks to a 9-1 victory over Holland West Ottawa. I'm Ryan Terpstra.
Hey, I'm Sean Baligian, and it's time to announce our Final Four. First of all, thanks to you, everybody out there who gave suggestions, who made nominations. That's what makes the Warrior Player of the Year possible. After much deliberation, here is your Final Four. Now, we will announce the winner in 2 weeks' time, but right now, Novi representing with Hofelik. We've got Levi Wonder up in Escanaba, of course, Alger in Cranbrook, and the late entry, Bowery from RU. Thanks to everybody out there for voting, and we'll give you the winner a couple weeks from now. Hey, we are out here at the beautiful Pirani's in Waterford on M59. Come on out here. Great gear, Warrior gear to be had. And speaking of which, great sales coming up. The assistant manager out here, Alec, tell us about the sales you guys have coming up.
March 20th, we're going to have our goalie extravaganza from 8 to 10 p.m. It's going to be all pre-2015 gear. It's going to be 30% off. We're going to have pizza, pop. It's going to be a great night for the family. You know, make sure you come check it out. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Great night for the family. Come see this guy. Come on, that's an honest face right there. He'll hook you up with some great Warrior gear. Hey, thanks to our friends at Pirani's, of course, and Warrior for making this all possible. We'll have the winner for you in a couple weeks. In the meantime, we'll see you at the rink.
Hey, State Champs fans, I'm Stephanie. Congrats again to the Warrior Player of the Year Final Four. You can follow that contest on statechampsnetwork.com, and also make sure to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We have it all. When we come back, we've got more state finals action, so stay tuned.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
The Detroit Sports Commission Prep Kickoff Classic, presented by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, returns to the campus of Wayne State University August 27th through the 29th, with 3 days of action-packed games featuring the state's top teams and players. The Prep Kickoff Classic is brought to you by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, the Marines, Community Bowling Centers, and Performance Orthopedics. Log on to DetroitSports.org for more information.
No, you are. No, you are. You're handsome. Whoa. Oh, when I found out that every person who tries Hungry Howie's fast and easy online ordering gets free pizza, I decided to clone myself. Awesome.
Yeah, unlike when you tried to ask how to read a pea horn.
It's not my fault she didn't like my jorts. I can't even stand working with one of you. Any word from pea horn? Jorts.
Big game calls for a big deal. Try fast and easy online ordering and get a free medium pizza with your first online order. Now that's an idea.
Hungry
Howie's! Let's chat about you. Let's chat about sports. Let's chat about what's trending. State Champs Chat, our brand new webcast starting Wednesday, March 11th.
Time now for This Week in State Champs history. We go back a decade, 2005. First round of the boys basketball state playoffs were underway, the team wrestling state finals, and only the second ever bowling state championships. We focus on the son of former Red Wing Chris Chelios, a sophomore at Cranbrook in 05. Dean Chelios talked to us about having a famous pop and beating him on the sand dunes. Dean helped Cranbrook win a pair of state titles. He went on to play for Michigan State and is now with the Indianapolis Fuel in the ECHL. That's This Week in State Champs history.
We are Granville Cheer, and the drive for the title starts now.
It's time to get on your feet. The competitive cheerleading finals were this weekend, and we begin in Division I. Rochester came in as one of the favorites. They had the highest score this year in Division I, and despite being third in their league, they finished runner-up at states. Granville High School finished second last year, and the Bulldogs 12 seniors wanted to go out on top this time around. It came down to the wire, but Granville are your state champions by just 1.5 points. Moving on to Division II, we saw another very close contest. DeWitt was one of the contenders. They were in the top 4 after 2 rounds, and a very strong final routine vaults the Panthers into a runner-up finish. The team to beat was once again Gibraltar Carlson, winner of the last 4 state titles. And they were able to do it again. The Marauders and their drive for 5 culminates in another state championship.
It's amazing. I still can't believe it. I just never thought this could happen, you know. Just even after we hit round 3, like, you never know, but it's the best feeling in the world. It's sad that it's our last time doing it. It really is.
To Division III, last year's champ Pontiac Notre Dame Prep was back, and they expected challenges from a number of schools. And boy, did they get it. Richmond gave the best run, staying neck and neck with the leaders. Before ultimately finishing in second place. Notre Dame Prep just had the right stuff to repeat. They entered the competition number 1 and showed why thanks to clean and challenging routines. And it led to another state title. And finally, Division IV. Michigan Center has won 5 of the last 6 titles. They finished in 3rd thanks to some stiff competition. Guamo Westphalia has won 8 titles in their history, and the Pirates proved to be a force again, finishing runner-up. The winning school was one that had been on a break. In its 2nd season since reviving its cheer program, Breckenridge stormed the Deltaplex, cruising to victory and capturing the Division IV competitive cheer state title. I'm Ryan Terpstra. Let's go to Lorne with highlights from the team bowling state finals.
Thanks, Terp. We start with the Division I Boys Team State Championship out at Sunnybrook Lanes in Sterling Heights. The finale matched up Saginaw Heritage and Wayne Memorial. Saginaw Heritage turned up the heat in qualifying, hoping they would stay hot when it mattered most. The junior Ray Eddy delivering. After the Bakers, Hawks trailed by 11. Wayne Memorial were finalists in 2009, only to come up short. Not in this one. Connor Weber bowled a 231 in the final game. This is the junior John Willett, who tossed a 180. Wayne Memorial wins their first ever boys bowling team state championship. Now to the girls. The Davison Cardinals looking to become the first team to win 4 straight girls bowling titles. Standing in their way, the Cougars from Macomb, Dakota. We pick it up with the Davison sophomore Taylor Davis dialed in. Cardinals led by 2 pins going into the regulars. But Dakota was seeking revenge from last year's semifinal loss at the hands of the Cardinals. The Cougars led by their senior anchor Sierra Stade. Steve Reich, she bowled a 222 in the regular game. Macomb, Dakota also makes history. First girls bowling state crown. It's not often we have a boys and girls team from the same school searching for back-to-back state crowns, but that's what we had in Division II. Century Lanes and Waterford the site start with the ladies and a rematch of last year's title tilt, Flint Kearsley and Bay City Western. BC Western had 3 new bowlers this season, including Kayla Gilbert, gets the strike. Warriors led by over 40 pins after the 2 Bakers. But the defending champs Flint Kearsley got it all together when it mattered most. Haley Ribka, the Ripper. The Flint Kearsley girls capture their 2nd straight D2 girls bowling team state title. Could the Kearsley boys do the same? Look who they were up against, none other than Bay City Western. Western has never won a state title, and everybody's coming back next year. George Bird busting them up. They also led going into the final game. The majority of the reigning champs Kearsley squad was back this season, and they played like it. Brandon Richard, booyah! Call it a Kearsley clean sweep. Second D2 boys bowling team state title in a row. We head south to Jackson for Division III. The girls' side saw Coloma taking on Corunna. This was a great battle. Coloma looking for their first title in 5 years. This is Sabrina Bell bringing up the 10 pins. We were tied at 345 after the 2 Bakers. Corunna took care of the reigning champs Croswell Lexington in the quarters, pulled away here in the regular game. Sierra Howes, how about that? Corunna, our first ever state champs. To the fellas, a Blue Water Area Conference finale between 2 teams who share the same home lanes, Richmond and Armada. The Blue Devils were up 38 pins after the Bakers. Mark LeGroy cool and collected. But Armada stayed steady and fought their way to the title. Eddie Seafried, see the strike. Armada wins their first state title in school history. We finish up the road to Lansing at Royal Scott Bowl for the D4 championships. Start with the boys. Both Hanover Horton and Bad Axe never a state champs. We start with the junior Nick Kosiba for Bad Axe. He nails down the strike, hatchets leading after the first Baker game. Hanover Horton just edged by St. Louis in the semis. This too was a nail-biter, but the sophomore anchor Zach White buried the hatchets here. The Comets celebrate as they capture bowling crown #1. To the girls, the St. Louis Sharks and the Clinton Redskins were the last 2 teams standing. Both teams also looking for their first bowling state hardware. Pick it up with Alyssa Ailing of Clinton and the senior, the strike. Redskins down 18 pins after the 2 Baker games. First time the Sharks had ever advanced beyond the round of 8, and they went for it. The sophomore Cody O'Boyle, that's getting it done. Tons of first-time state champions this year. St. Louis is another. Congrats to all of our state champs.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking with us here on State Champs. Are you guys thinking about your senior photos for next year? Make sure to check out Portraits by Rod for some amazing high school senior photos and unique sports photography. The link is on our website, or you can go to portraitsbyrod.com, but make sure to check it out.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table. When we sit down together, we share our expertise. You've got a legal problem, we know you need relief. Advice that you can trust, that's why people come to us. We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table.
Welcome to Pirani's Hockey World, the toy store for hockey players. They have been outfitting beginners, professionals, and teams since 1976. Pirani's has an experienced, knowledgeable staff, the largest selection, and simply the best prices. In fact, Pirani's has the best price guarantee. Now, if you can find a better price, they will beat it by 5%. Come to one of their 22 locations or log on to hockeyworld.com for amazing savings and to join the Pirani's E-Club for special offers all year long. It's always hockey season at Pirani's.
You may not know us, but you know the things we do.
We build landmarks,
buildings,
highways,
bridges,
and pipelines.
We build rewarding careers.
We operate.
We maintain.
For over 100 years, we've kept Michigan running.
And we'll keep it running.
We're Operating Engineers 324.
And we're proud of being part of something special.
Join us.
Welcome back to State Champs. It's time now to take an inside look at Lawrence Technological University. Last week we looked at the 2015 recruits for the men's cross country team. Let's see who Coach Green got for the 2015 women's cross country team. First up is Monica Elcott from Carroll High School, who said Coach Green made the recruiting process really easy.
The coach came to one of my meets and I got to meet him, and we talked about scholarships and we talked about the campus.
The second recruit for the 2015 season was Marissa Bradley from Hazlitt High School, who said LTU's academics were her main draw to the school.
They had biomedical engineering, and it's a hard degree to find, and it's the degree I want to pursue.
And finally, Leah Kleinstraw from Zeeland East High School will be joining the women's cross country team in the fall of 2015 and is thrilled for everything LTU has to offer.
I really like the atmosphere and how it's kind of close to a big city but not totally there yet, and how the size is a little bit smaller in the campus, and I really like the architecture program.
To find out more about Lawrence Tech women's cross country or any other LTU sport, head to LTUathletics.com. For State Champs, I'm Stephanie Funkhauser.
Hello, we are the Dakota Cougars and we are the new girls bowling state champions.
Now let's continue the drive for the title as we head to the Palace.
I'm Mike Gerlitis. The Palace of Auburn Hills, the site for yesterday's individual wrestling state finals. We begin with the 119 weight class in Division II. Lucas Hall of Lowell taking on Noah Shaner of Bay City Western. Hall would dominate. Almost getting the pin here. Hall would go on to win. That's his second individual state championship. Staying in D2 in 125, Ian Parker of St. John's, the top-ranked grappler in his class, taking on Jake Bussing of Byron Center. Parker getting the nice reversal on Bussing, helping him earn his first individual state title. Moving on to Division I, in 130, senior Trevor Zadebski of Detroit Catholic Central, taking on Abe Ajami of Dearborn-Fortson. The Michigan recruit Zadebski would finish off Ajami with the pin, ending his high school wrestling career with a state title. We wrap it up with a couple record-breaking matches. In Division III at 160, Richmond's Devin Skatska going for his fourth individual state title. The man standing in his way, Alex Phillips of Ida. Skatska finishes off Phillips in dominating fashion with the tech fall. And with that, his fourth straight state title. Finally, in Division I at 135, Davison's Lincoln Olson, much like Devin Skatska moments ago, going for his fourth straight individual title. First, he has to get through Daniel Shear of Walled Lake Central to do so. Olson gets the takedown as he accomplishes that amazing feat of 4 straight state championships. For the drive for the title, I'm Mike Gerlitis.
Let's head to the court now for our main event, Plymouth at Walled Lake Western for some boys basketball. Who will be the KLAA Association champion? Stay tuned to find out.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for 1 medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
I got popcorn.
I love Move It trailers.
Me too.
This winter, if you're going to die, die nasty. Fear the power of the Warrior Dynasty.
Holy
The Detroit Sports Commission Prep Kickoff Classic, presented by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, returns to the campus of Wayne State University August 27th through the 29th, with 3 days of action-packed games featuring the state's top teams and players. The Prep Kickoff Classic is brought to you by Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, the Marines, Community Bowling Centers, and Performance Orthopedics. Log on to DetroitSports.org for more information.
Welcome back to State Champs. It has been a banner season for the Plymouth High School basketball team. They won their first ever conference championship. Now they were going for the KLAA Association title, going up against Walled Lake Western. That is this week's Detroit Sports Commission's main event.
Compete. 32 minutes, that's all it's guaranteed. Let's go, let's get it.
Indeed, you need to compete. Both teams looking for their first ever KLAA Association championship. Plymouth in black got off to a good start, working the ball around. The junior Armani Tate hits the three ball in the side pocket. Walled Lake Western put together a late first quarter 15-2 run. The senior John Flowers works his way to the bucket. He had a team high 21. Warriors led 26-18 at halftime. 18-1 Western on a mission. Off the turnover, Daryl Porter gets it to Gerald Booker. He lays it in. He had 17. Warriors up 39-27 going into the fourth. Plymouth fighting back. The junior Brent Davis with the baseline drive. He finished with a game-high 23. But it was too little, too late. Porter forcing another Plymouth turnover. He puts the exclamation point on this one. The Warriors seniors led the way. Walled Lake Western wins 61-46. First ever KLAA Association Conference Championship. Now, it's time for the playoffs.
The main event is presented by the Detroit Sports Commission, dedicated to enhancing the local economy and the image of Metro Detroit, hosting amateur sporting events. Go to DetroitSports.org for details.
You know, it takes a lot of hard-working people working together to bring you the kind of show that you just witnessed. I sing my team's praises so much, I often lose my voice. It means that much. But seriously, big shout out goes to our producers, our cameramen, our talent, all across the state, working together to bring you a show that is unlike any of its kind in the great state of Michigan. And our pledge to you is that it is only going to get better. All right, big shout outs to our newly crowned state champions. And of course, big shout outs to our brand new Final Four and our Warrior Sports High School Hockey Player of the Year race. And thanks to you for watching. We'll see you next week.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Hungry Howie's. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to DoughRaiser.com for details. The Detroit Sports Commission, where champions are made and championships are played. Log on to DetroitSports.org. Our friends with the UAW and Chrysler. Warrior Sports, Cross the Line, and Pirani's Hockey World. 14 Michigan locations. Go to hockeyworld.com for info.